But that's another question because we're in this game perfectly fine at the moment. So let's introduce these two players. Spawning in the top right, we do have the blue Zerg. From Navi, it is Minato.
In the Navy.
I have no idea why you just did that, but in the lower left position from ESC, we have the red Terran. It is Goody.
The way you sounded, the way I say Navi, it's a bit like the Navi from Pandora, the blue guys in what's the movie called?
Avatar.
In Avatar, of course. Yeah, they're called. Are they called the Navi? I think they are.
I believe they are. I didn't really like that film, to be honest.
No, but that's why I pronounce Navi the way that they do it in the film, like Navi. And the way that you pronounce it sounded a bit like Navy, so I felt that was appropriate, but it wasn't. I apologize. Anyway, I gave Maddles a laugh. It was all worth it. Maybe
I tried to keep my composure, man. Like, I really did. And it just got to me a bit too much.
You know how we talked earlier about there's never any awkward silences between us? Well, that was a little bit awkward, I have to admit. Oh my god, a gas and a pool?
It is. But then this is Neo Planet, so crazy things are bound to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy things are bound to happen on this map, Maddles, you're right. So a gas and a pool before the hatchery. That is crazy. We have seen Minato 10 pool before, so this is not the craziest strategy he's brought out, but where is he going to go with this, Maddles? Is it going to be speed? Is it going to be Banelings? A Roach Warren, maybe? We've seen, in our previous matchup, we've seen that 3 Roach pressure. Is that going to be it? What's going to be happening here, Maddles? Tell me.
I just don't know at the moment. That's the big problem I have, because there's no hatchery, so it is basically an all-in at this point. You're going to go for a lot of aggression. The Roach one gets chucked down, and yeah, a couple of Zerglings. It could just be... I think it's going to be more than 3 Roaches. I think Minato just wants to end this game super quick. Being 3-1 is a great spot for him, and if he takes it 4-1, then he shoves Goody into match point for the rest of this series, which is an amazing position for him to be in. So taking a bit of a risk, this Reaper could not have come at a better time, though. Is going to scout out exactly what Minato is doing, unless these Zerglings can stop it, and they don't manage to do so. And this is just so good for Goody right now. Such a good scout. He sees things aren't quite right. Did he spot that Roachron? No, he hasn't seen the Roachron yet. Okay, so this isn't completely crazy yet. But the Reaper's coming back in.
He hasn't seen the fact that there's no expansion down yet. That is even more important. And we don't see a bunker underway yet. He hasn't seen the Roach Warren. Has he clicked the gas geyser? Nah, he should have clicked that gas geyser. He should have seen that over 100 gas was mined. Actually, 190 gas was mined from that gas geyser. That is way more than should have been mined. But we still don't really see a reaction out of Goody. No bunker is getting constructed yet. He needs that so much. And now he sees...
Yeah, the Reaper's seen. Okay, this is good. He's also seen the Roaches. But Minato doing the right thing here. He's not overcommitting. He's getting the hatchery down behind this. But he's still got to do some decent damage following this up. And, well, I'm getting really tense at the moment because Goody he scouted this out, but very, very last minute. He saw something that wasn't quite right with the gas in the pool there, but until he saw the Roaches, he wasn't completely aware of what was coming down. So ultimately, let's take a look at the ramp of Goody. He's got that bunker coming down, but the key thing is the fact that he's floating this command center back, and that's exactly right in this situation. He just wants to get a nice hold, and with that bunker there, he should be able to hold very easily.
He should be. He lifts the command. The command center was on the low ground, wasn't it? Or is my mind playing tricks on me? It was constructed on the low ground.
Yeah, it was constructed on the low ground. Yeah, he floated up.
Yeah, so he's all safe and hurdled up in his main base right now. Did see the sort of all-in coming by Minato, but Minato is, of course, quick to transition out of that. As soon as he got found out, he dropped down that hatchery, and he's been making nothing but drones ever since. Just 4 Roaches and 4 Lings. That is all the pressure is consisting of right now.
And you don't need to do too much more than this as Minato, because he's droning behind this, which is a really smart move. He's got his natural hatchery up, and he's just containing Goody. He's being like, well, guess what? I've only got my natural up, but you still haven't got yours. And your build order was all around getting that secured early. So he's delaying Goody's build while just going about what he wants to do. And Goody has got to be ever so careful when he takes this down, because he's trying to secure his natural as we speak. But with these roaches here, with the one tank on the high ground, the roaches can slip through and get behind if Minato wanted to, but he's choosing not to and pulls back.
Yeah, so a bit of a calm is going to settle here on Neo Planet as Minato is going to be falling back. Might be losing an Overlord here. Ooh. Barely got to the high ground, and there's the scan. I was waiting for it. Those Marines were looking up at that Overlord, just barely out of vision. They were like, is he there? Is he not there? Are we shooting in the dark? And there was the scan. They took it down. So nice victory there for Goody. Going to be supply blocking Minato for a good 5 to 6 seconds. And another Overlord is going to go down in the main base. But the Overlord does see the factory building siege tanks, and it does see the starport is finished up. So good scouting information in trade for 2 Overlords.
Well, this just means that ultimately I'd say Minato is still ahead.
yeah, he is.
Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at everything that's coming down. I'm trying to process all of this information. Minato, he's got more harvesters, okay? He's got his lair already coming down. Compare that to the fact that there's only 1 medevac down at the moment, but Goody does have a relatively large force on the field. He's got slightly more army supply, but when we look at the production coming out, more Zerglings, the Spire also on its way. If Minato can hold this off without taking too much damage, he should be fine.
If he can hold this off. That's a big if, because this is a scary army. Goody has shown that these timing attacks he does with 2 siege tanks, a lot of Marines, and a single medevac can be really dangerous. And he is going to come in here. His siege tanks are not yet sieged up. The Lings and Roaches on the left side of the map. Speed is not finished up, of course. Those are slow Lings, but the siege tanks were not in siege mode yet. The medevac should pick up those siege tanks to save them, but doesn't go ahead and do that. He doesn't need to. Goody is going to cruise to an easy victory here, and will be that much closer to making a comeback.
Yeah, he's going to be able to easily clean this out. Not much damage can really be done by one Spine Crawler, the tank there as well. And yeah, Minato, he's going to lose his natural. He took a big risk by going for that really aggressive opening. And Goody just responded, well, I think the issue was that Spire was just too much of a gamble.
Yeah, the Spire was too much of a gamble. Minato, of course, way behind because of going for the one base roach play. We shouldn't forget about that. This was not a normal Terran versus Zerg. This was a Cheese versus Goody, and Goody defended the Cheese so well, and he followed it up with one of his trademark Marine siege tank pushes, and he will be able to take the victory behind this. Focusing down the Spire, will be able to get that. 7 mutas are going to get out on the field, but 7 mutas, by the time they pop out, there's going to be missile turrets, there's going to be Vikings at home, and Goody is going to be all right. I'm not even sure if 7 mutas can take out this many Marines.
They can't, especially when they don't spawn all at once.
GG. You're right, Maddles. That's gonna be.
That was really anticlimactic.